All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Fox Farm Brewery, and they're out of Salem, Connecticut, and this is their Scatter. So they're calling this one an American Brown Ale that comes in at 6.4% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed, time of review. This can is just over 3 months old. I'm gonna give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Steven, for grabbing this one from the brewery for me. So big thanks to him. This is the last normal regular / rotating offering from Fox Farm that I'll be reviewing in the near future. I have 2 beers from them that I'm going to share with friends. Hopefully down the line I have their Echoes, which is a barrel-aged Baltic porter brewed with honey, and their Pastiche, which is a brandy barrel-aged peach wild ale, but this is like the last normal beer, and it's American Brown Ale. And I picked this one up specifically from Fox Farm because I don't review a lot of American Brown Ales because, full disclosure, not one of my favorite styles. I enjoy beers within the style, or I should say I can enjoy beers within the style, but it's not one that I usually pick up. But I just want to see what Fox Farm does with an American Brown Ale, because I feel like if I'm going to enjoy an American Brown Ale, it probably would come from a brewery like Fox Farm, because they make some fucking great beer. So anyway, let's get this cracked open and into the glass. Definitely looks like a nice meaty brown ale. 6.4%, a little bigger typically when it comes to brown ales than you typically see. Usually brown ales, between 5 and 6%. I mean, they can be, 6.4, 7, but more often than not, it's a little bit lower in ABV. But yeah, I poured that little aggressively at the end to generate a head, and generate a head I did. So yeah, this looks like, this is very akin to Fiden's, what the hell? It was their Liam and Me with coffee. It was a coffee, American brown ale with coffee, basically, and it looked like a stout or a porter. Now, this is not as dark, even though on camera it's probably going to look pitch black or like a deep dark brown. This is a deep dark brown. It is a brown ale. Poured out I don't know, like a combination of caramel and molasses in terms of the color. Has about a 2 finger of a straight on, we'll say light brown colored head. A mixture of bigger bubbles and smaller bubbles, but it just has that milkshake kind of head to it that's not going anywhere. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, you can't really see through it. A little bit of clarity at the bottom, like ruby red tinges, light brown tinges. But yeah, does it look like a brown ale? Sure. I think it does. A little bit more so than that Fiden's beer. Let's get a nose. Wow. So I first smell, this is English to me more so than American within the brown ale realm. There's a ton of malty goodness here. It's a little bit of a toasty bread. Yeah, there's toasty bread, there's caramel, there's toffee, there's a nuttiness, almost like a pecan kind of nuttiness. Almonds, almonds. Touch of a chocolate too, like a dark chocolate, like a Hershey's dark chocolate, a little bit sweeter. Touch of coffee. This honestly is smelling to me like an English mild ale, like a bigger English mild, even though most English milds should be low in ABV. It's kind of like an imperial English mild. Places try to do that stuff. Yes, they do. Just a little bit of a nondescript kind of earthy hop tone. Dude, this smells pretty fucking good. Again, I don't drink a lot of American brown ales just because it's not my favorite style. But when you get a good one, they can be delicious. This smells awesome. I want to get into it. Cheers, everyone. Thanks again, Steven. It's really nice. Wow. Much drier, and there's more of a bitterness than I expected from the nose. Keep that in mind, from the nose. American brown ale I know is going to usually lean a little bit to the hoppier side of things, a little bit drier. Typically, I think the bigger ABV as well. English brown ale is a little bit lower in ABV. But I think this is lower side of medium body, so 6.4%, it's fine. I like this a little bit more in the medium body realm. The mouthfeel, it's weird to explain because it has a nice, moderate carbonation. It's crisp on the palate. But after that initial sip and it passes through, it's very smooth. It's not creamy. It's not soft. It just has a nice smoothness to it. The taste, the nose carries over, but with more of a pungent kind of hop character. I'm not saying this is hop forward or too much, but I was thinking this was going to drink a little bit more, it was gonna be a little bit more malt driven, where in the taste, I think it's pretty well balanced, albeit maybe very slightly leaning to the hoppier, drier side of things. So right at the front of the palate, a lot of malty goodness. Toasted brown bread, there's darker chocolate, coffee, a little bit. I would say that the caramel, the toffee, those type of notes aren't as pronounced on the palate as they were in the nose. It's more coffee, chocolate, toasted, like a toasty brown bread, I would say. There's a little bit of that pecan, almond kind of nuttiness. As it passes through, though, it transitions into like a dryness you would get from like an almond, like the skin of the almond, right? Or if you ate a bunch of almonds, the dryness you could get. But that beautifully transitions into that earthy, slightly pine-esque kind of resinous hop tone. A little bit of a floral character. Finishes semi-dry with a mild to moderate bitterness, leaning towards the moderate side of things. As you can see, I'm taking a lot of sips. I'm putting this down. Why? It's very easy to drink. There's no question about it. I think it's balanced enough. I think this leans like 55-45 to the hop/dry side of things. But there's enough of a malty presence to, I think, keep a lot of people interested. 6.4%, you really can't tell. Maybe a little bit of warming in the chest, but very minute. I mean, it is 6.4%, so you might get a little bit of alcohol, but like it's very, very, very minute in comparison to a lot of the big beers I drink nowadays. This is really good. Again, it's not one of my favorite styles, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, this is amazing, because it's not amazing to me. But for people who like American brown ales, listen, this has got to be one of the better ones I've had. I think for me personally, if it balanced out a little bit more or leaned more to the malty side of things, I think I would like this a lot. As is, I thoroughly enjoy it. Would I buy this again if I placed an order at Fox Farm? And let's say this was available. I think when I placed the order, they had a bunch, maybe like 12, 15 cans. And I went with this. I picked up, I think it was a Czech Dark Lager. There was a bunch of different things I want to try from them because I didn't want to just try their hop forward stuff. So I got a wide variety of different styles from them. Would I rebuy this from them? Probably not. Why? Because it's American brown ale. But I'm happy that I tried it once. And I would say if you like American brown ales, give this a go. So I'm going to give Fox Farm's Scatter 2 different ratings. Stylistically, as far as what I've had from the American brown ale realm, this is really fucking good. I would give this stylistically probably like a low 4.5, like a 4.4. Like that's how good this is in terms of the style. Personal preference, I'm going to give this a high 4 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.1 out of 5. I think this is really fucking good. Again, I never thought I would say that with an American brown ale that I like it that much, but this deserves it, honestly. Yeah, anyway, price and availability. Pretty sure availability is Fox Farm only. FoxFarmBeer.com on the label. I don't think I've ever mentioned that. Basically, if you go to Fox Farm, you can just place the order on the website and go pick it up. What I did back in late September around 2022 Beer Tuber Palooza, Steven, the aforementioned Steven, he was like, hey guys, I'm going to Fox Farm like a day or two beforehand. If you want something, buy it and use me as a proxy. So what I did was I bought a bunch of beers for myself and a couple for Mike over at FLX Beer Reviews, and Steven picked them up. It was seamless, easy, and I'm happy I did. So if you're in the area, yeah, just order the stuff online and go grab it at the brewery. And as far as price point, this was $3.75 a can. So you're talking, $15 a 4-pack. Is that a little bit pricey for 6.4% American brown ale? Sure. But if you really like the style, this is quality through and through. So I don't think you'd have any issues paying that. I mean, again, they sell them individually at the brewery too. Beautiful thing about Fox Farm, you can buy separate cans, individual cans. Beautiful. Anyway, if you've had this one before, post in the comment section and let me know what you think about it. Like I said, last Fox Farm beer review for the near future, foreseeable future in the next couple months. Yeah, I don't know. Fox Farm makes awesome beer. I'd love to try more, and hopefully I get a chance to do so down the line. Anyway, thanks to Steven. Thanks to everybody. Appreciate y'all stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.